And now the fight is what is the actual damage. And so we have this, the letter program has been very, very, I think, helpful to folks, even those who haven't retained us. And that's particularly why I want to take the issue on. But I think it's very important to clarify these issues. As the internet grows, and as the economy is in a situation, more and more people are going to be doing their startups, more and more people are going to try and make money off the internet. They need to know that there's a potential minefield out there, and they need to know how to protect themselves. And this area of law needs to be clarified, because the use of digital imagery is obviously pervasive on the internet. It's all over the place.
Well, I mean, you've got digital cameras everywhere. I mean, we've got cell phone cameras and stuff. I mean, this is getting to be crazy.
Sure. And believe it or not, when someone I take a cell phone picture of you, I have copyright in that image. So there's issues of how you can use even those images. And the arena is kind of very muddied. There's no clear case law on what the actual damages are for the infringing use of a stock photo.
Now, one thing before we get too far off is I do want to acknowledge that when the people receive the letters, it's usually what I call the college kids. The college kids are signing their letters and giving it to the
It's computer generated. It's boilerplate letters.
It is boilerplate, but there is a name at the bottom.
They divide, right, because they divide the caseload up.
But when the people sign up for the letter program, it gets automatically escalated out of those people. Am I correct?
We jump several levels up.
Right. It goes to.
Right now we're dealing predominantly with their deputy counsel, Lisa Wilmer.
Right, and she's still on the case,
to my knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that she's like a couple of chains up, or a couple of links up there?
Right. She's nearer the top than she is the bottom.
Okay.
I think she's a policy person there.
Okay.
I think that she probably is the point person on a letter program for the company. It's a big position.
Right.
And I think that's important. And a lot of people say, well, gee, that's not good. I'd rather deal with the college kids. I said, not really, because the idea is to make Getty hopefully realize that this is far beyond the individual little claims.
Right.
And that
it's almost kind of become a little mini movement. The more they keep pumping these letters up, I mean, this, right. It really helps the other side out too. I mean,
it does.
It's crazy.
It does, but let's be honest. The vast majority of people are probably just settling with Getty.
That is true.
They don't even bother to look, or if they look and don't find, or don't think, or don't believe, I don't know. I am sure that the clients who have come to us are a drop in the bucket to how many people are receiving these letters and doing one of two things: either paying lawyers through the nose, or paying Getty through the nose.
I don't know if you don't think they'd be smart enough to do a search, huh?
I can tell you how I could. Well, if you search it, we come up.
Yes.
Do they take the time to read it, to understand it, to listen to what's out there? I don't know. Yeah. All I can tell you is every Getty letter has 2 numbers on them to identify each case.
Okay.
One is a reference number, and the second one is a case ID number.
Okay.
The case ID number, okay, is just a log count, essentially. So I can tell how many cases have been in between each letter.
No.
So I know that there are thousands of letters for every one person that ends up hiring us. You could see the numbers that are being generated and how many are going out there. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because who doesn't have a thumbnail on their website? The largest owner of digital imagery, they don't really own it, I shouldn't say, the largest licensor of digital imagery is Getty Images.
They seem to be gobbling everybody up, the smaller companies.
They're monsters. They're very big. From high-end photography, you know, to like portraiture of the president,
Right.
to a stock photo of a keyboard. They got it. They bought their competitors,
They sure have.
they bought iStock, they bought Jupiter.
Yes.
They're trying to buy everybody. So it's a very common thing to perhaps infringe on a Getty image. It wouldn't be that unusual. To do it innocently, I mean, by the way. And for example, there's a whole issue now that apparently Windows Vista, some of their sample images are unlicensed Getty images.
That would be a hoot. That would really stir up something.
Yeah, Windows is apparently, I think they're trying to resolve that,
Yeah.
but a lot of people have gotten letters that,
Just using the Windows images.
which Windows says, please use these images.
Right.
So there you would have a good claim, by the way, against Windows.
Right.
So Microsoft would be responsible for that. But